Wow, incredible. Look at these roots. Do you see how many it's grown? It's not luck, it's not magic, and I haven't used anything weird. I've tried a lot of methods, and this one beats them all. Today on EcoPlanter USA, I'll show you exactly how to do it step by step, both with rosemary and with the money plant, using only water, a glass jar, and a little secret you probably already have at home. Stick around until the end, because I'm going to tell you the exact amounts, some tricks to make the roots grow faster, and alternatives if you don't have the main ingredient. This isn't advanced science, and you don't have to buy anything weird. It's something anyone can do at home. A lot of people on the channel ask me what the best way to propagate cuttings is. And I'm always testing methods to bring you the ones that really work. This system has a huge advantage. You'll be able to see the roots growing from the very beginning, which gives you confidence and lets you act quickly if something isn't going right. It works for both rosemary and the money plant, and honestly, watching the roots grow from the start is super satisfying. Plus, you can use it for other aromatic plants or even small vegetables. The key is to make sure the submerged part of the stem is clean and free of leaves. This method also helps you save money. No need for expensive substrates or complicated chemicals, just water, a jar, and a little care. And the best part is, you'll be able to check every day how the roots are forming, and that's super motivating. Now, let's move on to the cuttings. For rosemary, cut stems about 6 to 8 inches long. They don't need to be any longer. For the money plant, anywhere between 6 and 10 inches is perfect. Make the cut at an angle. This increases the contact surface and helps the roots grow faster. Now comes a very important point. The leaves we remove should match the portion of the stem we're going to submerge. If the stem is going to be submerged about 2 inches, we remove the leaves from those 2 inches. If it's going to be deeper, we remove more leaves, always making sure the entire part that will be in contact with the water is clean. This way, we prevent the leaves from rotting and focus all the cuttings energy on producing new roots. Here's a tip. Make sure the cuts are clean and don't crush the stem, because if it's damaged, the roots will take longer to grow and the cutting could get stressed. Also, take a look at the stem. A healthy one always looks firm and green, which means it'll respond well to the water and oxygen we're going to give it later. You can use any glass jar, cup, or container you have at home. It doesn't need to be anything special or narrow. The only important thing is that the jar is in a quiet place, away from drafts, because if the cuttings keep moving around in the water, the new roots could break. You don't need to secure the cuttings with anything, just rest them in the jar. Still, stable water is essential for the roots to grow strong and healthy from the very beginning. If you want, you can use a transparent jar so you can watch the roots grow every day, which is really motivating and lets you catch any problems early if something starts to go wrong. Fill the jar with water a little over halfway, enough to cover the entire part of the stem you've cleaned of leaves, but without touching the green leaves. Ideally, you should use filtered or breasted water because the chlorine in tap water can slow down root growth. Pay attention to this. The water level should always cover the cleaned part of the stem. If the leaves end up submerged, they'll rot, and that can affect the cutting. If the jar is small, adjust the size of the cuttings accordingly so that everything submerged is free of leaves and protected. Now, carefully place the cuttings in the water, setting them in gently. You don't need to hold them in place, just leave them alone and stable. The stiller they are, the better the roots will form. Here's a tip. You can check the cuttings daily and you'll start to notice a kind of whitish gel at the base, which is the roots beginning to grow. That gives you confidence that the method works and that the plants are doing well. Remember, patience and stability are key. There's no rush, and consistency makes all the difference. And now we get to the secret of the method, hydrogen peroxide, the kind you keep in your medicine cabinet, the same one you use to disinfect wounds. It's important to emphasize this. We use the lowest concentration, the one you can buy at any pharmacy, drugstore, or supermarket. It's nothing special or complicated, just regular hydrogen peroxide, like the kind everyone has at home. This hydrogen peroxide prevents fungi and bacteria and stimulates root growth in an impressive way. The correct ratio is 1 teaspoon for every cup of water. If your jar holds 2 cups, add 2 teaspoons and stir gently. That's it. If you overdo it, you could damage the cuttings. With this, the water stays clean and the cutting gets oxygen and protection while it develops roots. And what if we don't have hydrogen peroxide at home? If you don't have hydrogen peroxide, it's no big deal. There are several alternatives. The first option is to use a fish tank air pump with a diffuser at the tip. You place the diffuser in the water and create constant bubbles that oxygenate the water, keep the cutting healthy, and prevent fungi and bacteria. It's very simple, and on top of that, the water stays clean for longer without having to change it so often. If you don't have hydrogen peroxide or a pump, you can also do it manually. This requires a bit more care. Every day, you need to gently take out the cutting, carefully stir the water to break the surface, generate oxygen, and then put the cutting back into the jar. Okay? You have to do this daily until the roots appeared. Once the roots start to grow, leave the water alone and don't move the cuttings because the roots are very fragile and could break easily. With these methods, whether using an oxygenating pump or doing it manually, we make sure the cutting gets enough oxygen and grows healthy, even if we don't have hydrogen peroxide on hand. An interesting detail that many growers know is that the phase of the moon can influence how the roots develop. According to tradition, the waning moon is the most favorable phase for rooting because it's believed that the plant's energy is more concentrated in the roots. It's not something essential or scientific, but these are popular beliefs that have been practiced for a long time and are strongly held among growers. If you can take advantage of this, your cuttings may develop stronger and healthier roots right from the start. Small details like this, combined with a good cut and clean water, help make the whole process safer and more effective. So now you know, an easy, clean, and effective method. Place the jars in a spot with natural light, but out of direct sunlight. Keep the water clean and check on the cuttings every day. In a few weeks, you'll see strong roots, ready to transplant and enjoy your rosemary and money plants growing healthy. If you like this, leave a like, share it, and subscribe for more gardening tips that really work. See you in the next video.